Hello, everyone, and welcome to my updated mock draft for the 2024 NHL Draft. And there's been a lot of shakeups recently between players risen and fallen, and the U18s are right upon us. And let's see who has fallen and risen throughout the draft. As we sim the lottery, and it looks like Ottawa will actually be jumping up from 7 to 1. Wow, landing Macklin Celebrini. And as I just said, Macklin Celebrini will be the first overall pick. I mean, it's off the charts what he was able to do. I mean, won the Hobey Baker as a freshman at Boston University, created just so much star power that they needed for Boston University with that great hockey IQ, the stick handling. I mean, just the vision that he has and the speed that he's able to do it with is just off the charts. And with his 200-foot game, is just going to be a monster for Ottawa. With the second overall pick, I think that the Chicago Blackhawks will go with Caden Lindstrom out of the Medicine Hat Tigers of the WHL. I just think that he's a big, just long player with so many skills that just is going to be having perfect to play with Connor Bedard, and just with that goal scoring, the skating, the puck handling that he's able to do at that size, it's crazy. Third overall pick, Artem Levjanov is going to be the pick. I think the Sharks really need that number one defenseman, but I've kind of thought that Artem Levjanov is kind of he's a two-way defenseman, big. He uses his stick very well, uses his body well. He tends to jump into play a lot, and I just think he'll be a really good two-way defenseman at the next level. At number 4, this Anaheim Ducks will go. It's an interesting one. I think they will actually go for TJ Gimla here. And the reason being is I think that he's just a great middle six scorer. I think he's going to be a massive goal scorer at the next level. I mean, you could see what he was able to do with Kelowna. I mean, just with the great puck handling, the vision, the IQ, and that booming shot that he has, just it really puts him over the top. And he's risen a lot lately, and he's been doing amazing things in the U18s, is racking up, I think it is 4 points in the last 2 games. Absolutely incredible. And with the fifth pick, I think the Columbus Blue Jackets will go for Ivan Demidov out of the MHL, St. Petersburg. Yep. And he is a player who is kind of risky to pick because I just think he's a little bit smaller and that decision making is very good, but I don't know if it'll translate to the next level. I mean, but his creativity, his puck handling, his speed, his edge work is off the charts, and I just hope he can really create with that decision making to with the KHL next year. And with the 6th overall pick, the Montreal Canadiens will go with Berkeley Catton. As this one is an interesting one, but I think Berkeley provides a lot of. He's similar to Zach Benson with the last year's draft, with the smaller player, but with great vision, great puck handling, but doesn't have that elite speed, but I think does have some really good edge work, and there's a lot to build off of with liking Berkeley Catton. 7th overall pick, Arizona Coyotes will go with Anton Salayev. And I do like this pick as well because I think it's a good shutdown D that Arizona could need. I mean, they saw it picking Dmitry Simashev last year. I think this one could be a bit of a similar style. And then with the 8th overall pick, I feel like the Seattle Kraken will go for Zeev Buum of the Denver University. And I think he has some great puck handling skills that he's able to progress and hopefully progress at the next level. The 9th overall pick, I think that the Flames will select. Where is he? Oh, went by. Sam Dickinson. And I think he is a good two-way defender who has that booming shot, good skater, and was able to rack up 70 points in 68 games, which is a massive success for what he was able to do. With the 10th overall pick, the Devils will select Cole Eiserman. And I think this is a bit of a risky one considering his off-puck play and the forecheck and the back check and the bit of the. I think he's an underrated playmaking game, but it's not his game. But you saw what he's able to do. I mean, a goal a game in the USNTDP. I mean, I feel like he's that perfect goal scorer to play alongside Jack Hughes. With the 11th overall pick, the Buffalo Sabres will select. Who will I go with? I think they'll go with best player available, Constant Helenius, and I think he is a good middle six player, two way. I mean, he has the great defensive play, but he's also has pretty good to compete, and he's a magician with the puck. And he's got great puck handling skills, and a very good playmaker. With the 12th overall pick, Zane Parekh will be the pick here. And I think you might think this is a little low for him, but I just think that I do love Zane Parekh with that offensive-minded tools that he has with the puck handling, the skating, and the stick handling, and the booming shot that he has is just off the charts. But I just do question his defensive play and the physicality that he brings. But I think he'll be a massive good power quarterback on the power play in the future. With the 13th overall pick, the Minnesota Wild will go with. This one's tough. I actually think they'll go with Carter Yukemchuk here. He's a defenseman who brings a lot of power with his booming shot, and he's a pretty big hitter, but not the greatest defensively. Has some great hands and kind of just that defenseman that Minnesota is going to be has been missing, considering the fact that Spurgeon and Brodin are getting up there. I know Faber's in the system, and he's been doing unbelievable. I just really think they could use him to play alongside Brock Faber. And the 14th overall pick, the San Jose Sharks will go on ahead and select Emil Hemming. I'm pretty high on him, and it's because I just really think that his two-way game, kind of similar to Constantinius, but I think this guy just has the booming shot, and you can just see 6'2", 194. I mean, pretty good at what he does. I mean, he's good defensively. I mean, good physically, and I think any pretty good playmaker. Not the greatest skater, but I think that he'll be a good middle six scorer for them. With the 15th overall pick, I feel like the Detroit Red Wings will select Liam Greenstreet. I think this one's an obvious one with his unreal hands, and he was on a terrible Windsor Spitfire team, and I just think that he'll be a great playmaker, great vision, hockey IQ is off the charts for him, and I just really do think that he'll be a really good player for the Detroit Red Wings. And with the last pick of this mock draft, the St. Louis Blues will go on ahead and select. Let me find them. Maybe I already went by him. Oh, here he is, Adam Jiricek. And I think this one is a bit of a risky one, but just because he didn't play this year, but you could see what he's able to do with Czechia. I mean, he's got that great skating, he's got the great physicality that he brings, and I think he'll be a really good player for St. Louis to put in their system and get a good mobile D right away. And make sure to follow NHL Prospects Analysis on Instagram, as that is me, and I will be posting a lot on this YouTube channel. We'll see ya.